Hi, this is Adam Kunzmiller with Board Game Geek at Gen Con 50, and I'm joined by David McGregor with Albino Dragon Games, or just Albino Dragon.
Just Albino.
And we're here to look at Ink Monsters. So what is Ink Monsters?
Okay.
Other than adorable.
yeah, I love that. Ink Monsters is a 2 to 6 player drafting set collection game by Daryl Andrews and Erica Hayes.
Okay.
And it's actually coming to Kickstarter in 9 days. So take a look at it there. But nonetheless, I'll take you kind of through what the general flow of play is. So basically, in Ink Monsters, it's all about this pen here, this pen card, and the drafting mechanic works around that. What you're going to do on your turn is you're going to have a hand of cards. And the cards allow for a variety of movement of the pen or movement of the monsters themselves in the circle. So you might have a card that allows you to flip a monster. Mm-hmm. You might have a card that allows you to move 2 counterclockwise.
Right.
So if I were to play this card, I would move this 2 counterclockwise and then draft this into a tableau. The flow of play currently is going clockwise, so then the pen would drop here. It would shift. Yep, it would shift. No, we actually don't fill.
Okay.
It would shift to the next player, who would then either take the card under the pen or play a card to manipulate the circle. It consists of 3 rounds, and the round ends when we've drafted all 12 cards. Now, the interesting thing about the monsters here is that they have, most of them anyway, have a variety of special powers. And there are 3 types of powers present. You have Instance, where's George? All right, so here's George. This card is worth 3 points. It has a variety of characteristics, and then when you draft him, you immediately draw a monster from the top of the monster deck. So if I take George, I immediately then draft another monster. Now, I lucked out here in that I got a good one, but there are some there are some monsters in the deck that are negative. These ink spills, for example, are negative points, and it's equal to the number of ink spills that you have. So it can cascade.
Scales for you.
Right, and it can get bad really quickly. So those are the instant cards, and those are noted by the exclamation point. Mm-hmm. We also have one-time use abilities that you can use once per round. And so you can draft these and then use them whenever you feel that would be strategically advantageous. So this one just allows you to move the pen in addition to a card play, or maybe you don't play a card that turn and just use their power and then you flip it over. All of those cards reset at the end of the round. So you can bank those. Most of those are lower points, but you can really manipulate the pen, get it into places where you can get good monsters with those. And then lastly, we have the endgame scoring cards. Or persistence, and those are noted by the star. Some of the persistence might give you a +1 to your hand size. Your base level hand size is 3. So
this makes me really want to see the Daryl monster.
We'll have to. Yeah, totally. So this is the Erica Hayes. The end score condition is she is worth +3 if she's with Daryl Andrews.
Right.
And yeah, we'll absolutely have to find him. And
is Daryl wearing a cap?
He's not actually. He's got luxurious hair though, awesome hair. And so. What you're going to be looking at, and several of these kind of key off a variety of things. This one, for example, is -1 point, but +1 point for all of the monsters with antennas.
Oh, nice.
We've got a monster in there in the deck that I find really funny. It's a monster that gets +1 for all of the monsters with hair. And this monster's bald, and he's kind of like, he's bummed out. So we've got a lot of little tongue-in-cheek, kind of cute jokes. Cool. Obviously, the art is cute. But yeah, it's going to be in Kickstarter in 9 days, and so check us. So check us out. We'd love to have you, and so there you have it. That's Ink Monsters.
I think we're zooming in to show some of the art here.
Gotcha. Yeah, totally. So it's a light family game. It's great because it scales well with families. It's a pleasant game. But then there are ways rather to manipulate the pen. So maybe you have a lot of ink spills, and I move the pen there and kind of stick you with that. And then you're in that situation where, like, do I have the cards to get out of this?
Do I have ability that I need to burn? I don't want to get that in.
I wouldn't go so far as to call it take that, because it's not mean at all. But there is a tiny bit of spite for, the gamers, the gamers in the group. So that's Ink Monsters.
And how long would a game typically last?
About 15 to 20 minutes. I'd say 30 minutes tops. And then it's 2 to 6 players.
All right. Well, thank you, David.
Alrighty. Hey, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.